Salute, salute. Man, Mr. Farrakhan, talking about the music industry. That time, Minister Louis Farrakhan spoke about the industry. So let's hear what he got to talk about. Let's hear what he had to say.
The record companies are very satanic. When you come, it's like sharecropping, like your grandmother and grandfather on the plantation. You say, man, that's a hot song. I tell you what, I like it.
Shout out to Sway too, man. Sway's a legend. He's been doing this for a long time.
And I'll front you for an album. So the record company puts up the money. You get in, they give you an advance. And they sign you, and you happy. You know, I just signed with Universal, or man, I signed with this one and that one. Yeah, right. But now they put up the money for the recording, for the advertising of your album, and they have their people in radio to play your music. Now, the advance that they give you, one of the first things you want to do is get some bling bling so you can look like the other rappers who are very successful. The owner of the record company has a Jewish brother that's in the jewelry business. So he makes you a nice little bling bling, and you can buy a little car and ride in the neighborhood like a king. And then when it comes time to settle, how did I do? Well, I did pretty good, but they say I didn't bring in enough money on the album, so
He ain't lied yet. And what he talking about now is recoup. You didn't recoup what we gave you.
owe them money. That's the same thing your great-grandmother did on the plantation.
Yeah.
Right? So now you got to go out on the road. They own the venues where you're playing. Oh man, it's such a game that is being played. Well, how do you fix it? Some things you have to destroy. Yeah, and then some might see in order to escape being destroyed, I'll change.
Hi, can I help?
He spoke all facts, y'all. He spoke all facts. Man. And the only reason why I know that is because I personally was in the music business. You know, I was in the music business to a certain extent. He hasn't told one lie. I remember growing up, I never thought the music business was satanic. I used to be like, why they say that? Why they say that? That was when I was just, you know, a listener of it. It wasn't until I started making my own music and got to the business side of it to when I said, yes, I agree. I agree to that statement. Everything he said is real. I don't know about the sharecropping and all that because I wasn't, you know, alive back then, whatever. But I understand what he means. I understand the analogy that he uses. And man, it's all set up for the artist to not win, basically. I know y'all like, what do you mean? What do you mean not to win? What you mean? Just because you see him, because he's famous doesn't mean generational wealth? Famous don't mean I can buy me and own me a house. Famous don't mean I can support my family and then my kids can support their kids and kids. That doesn't mean that. That just means I'm famous. Y'all know me. Y'all see me around. I got a bunch of fake jewelry. And car, I only can drive one car at a time. I got multiple, but that stuff has to be paid back if you take an advance. It's all set up. You better recoup. You better make, or you're going to be in a hole. You might have to go get a regular job just to pay the labels back. Man, I mean, you know, the music business is it's a dirty, shiesty game in my opinion. It is definitely satanic. It's definitely evil. You heard what he said about that he had the label that the owner has a what brother they're going to get their jewelry from. Like I always said, when an artist gets signed, they get a bunch of money. They want to go to Johnny Dang. What the fuck do that do? You going to Johnny Dang. What does that do for your people? Because Johnny Dang people ain't spending with you. Johnny Dang folks ain't spending with our culture. I bet you that. I guarantee you that. But all y'all niggas spend all y'all money with Johnny Dang and the other jewelers that I don't need the name. But how many of them look like you? Man, shout out to Sway, man. He's a legend. Shout out to Minister Farrakhan, a legend. Yeah, he talking that real spill, man. He talking that real spill. Y'all young rappers and artists, you know what I mean? Young niggas that want to be rappers, man. Don't be too prideful to take advice from the OGs, man. Don't be too prideful to not take an advance. Don't take that advance. I know it sounds good. You're broke. Oh, I need that money. Don't take it. Well, I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you not to take it. I can't tell you to take it because I don't know your situation. But just know you starting off behind the 8 ball. Same reason why people don't want to go to college, right? Same reason why you don't want to go to college? Because you don't want to take out a loan. You don't want to end up in debt. Take that same mentality into the rap game when you get your deal. And Sway did have the answers, huh? Sway had the answers.